This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
You have heard so much about him, but in a few minutes you're going to hear from him.
Holla at you here, man. Talk to me. Say something.
Hey, what's up? What's happening? How y'all be? Welcome to the Carlos Stargell Show, a channel where you can just vent, be yourself, and speak your mind so freely and expeditiously. Remember, it's not what you say, it's how it's said. So please be mindful and respectable, like you want them to be respectable towards you. So just sit back and relax. It's going to be a stone groove. Y'all didn't pay no money, so there's no need for y'all acting funny. And don't you dare be sour. Now it's time for the Carlos Stargell Show with your host, the bona fide G and certified true himself, Carlos Stargell.
The last.
Because soon as they made him, they broke the mold. So now it's time for the Carlos Stargell Show. Yo, hey, how y'all doing? Good morning, grand rising. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to tune in, check out, view, and watch the Carlos Stargell Show. Yes, with that bona fide G, certified true, Carlos Stargell.
The last.
Because after they made me, they broke the mold. So, as I was saying, I usually every now and then, y'all know I might pop up and do a show or do a session on Sundays or the weekends, but this is a special edition today. And again, I appreciate those who took the time to view, check out, and watch the Carlos Stargell Show, because I know the day is the 24th, but this is a very sentimental day for me today. This day is very, very important to me. I don't know about y'all, but it's important to me. But before I get started, I just want to give my love and shout outs to everybody whose birthday today, March the 24th, 2024. And to a special shout out to my little cousin who look up to me as an uncle, Amber Williams.
Happy birthday, baby.
And I want to give my shout outs and my love to everybody all across the country, all over the world, including Canada and Mexico. And I want to give my love mainly to the ones in Atlanta, Georgia, and Atlanta surrounding areas and all over Georgia.
Hey, y'all, what's up?
Anyway, again, I really appreciate all the viewers, first time, new, unique, and recurring viewers, for taking the time to view and check out and watch the Carlos Stargell Show. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please, if you find it in your heart and feel it in the depths of your soul, hit the like or the subscription bell.
Sure would appreciate it.
But now I'm about to say what I got to say now. Today, March the 24th. Oh yeah, before I get started, too, one more thing. The weather in Burlington, North Carolina, guess what? 39 degrees so far. It's cold as a summer going out here. Well, a lot cooler than what it was, for the last few days. Because if y'all remember, it was hot, and then it started raining, and then it got cold again. Yeah, it's 39 degrees. I mean, shoot it. We can't argue with it because that's God. That's God's doing.
Holla at you here, man.
Okay, y'all. But, okay, now getting back to the nitty gritty. Today is a special day. I mean, the reason why I say this day means so much to me, because this is the day lost my father on this day 3 years ago. I mean, it doesn't hit me as hard as it did the first couple of years. It still gets to me. But hey, I mean, you know, I'm human and I miss him. Yeah. But somebody asked me too about him before I made my move to North Carolina in 2022. They asked me did my father's death have anything to do with it? No, it didn't. But I will say this though. It made me a whole lot stronger and a whole lot wiser and hell of a whole lot smarter in life and more alert than anything. So anyway, basically what I'm saying, I stepped out on faith and I stepped up as a man. Yes, I did. Yeah, but the memories I had with my father, I mean, it wasn't always peaches and cream. But one thing I can say, the good always outweigh the bad, because on the real, for real, my dad was a living trip. I mean, this dude would say some stuff and tell some of the most plastic lies you can never hear or imagine. I mean, he done said some crazy sugar honey iced tea. But one thing about it, but if it's a song he really feeling, I mean, he really digging, as we say it, and as he feeling, he get the moving real all side to side with his shoulders, and he just be all into the groove and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I missed about my dad too. Like I say, my dad was something else. Like I said, he wasn't perfect and he wasn't no preacher. But put it like this, he didn't wear no halo and he didn't wear no horns. And that's what I'm basically saying. I mean, I grew up around him. I knew how I saw all kinds of signs of him. And, you know, hey, but at least I know that he was my father. At least we never really had no bad blood. Both of my parents, I never had no bad blood with them. I mean, they might have did some stuff that I wasn't feeling, and hey, I did some stuff that they weren't feeling, but shoot. But at least it wasn't bad enough for us to not to speak to each other and think, because we always spoke. Because let me tell you one thing about it. We still, no matter after it was all said and done, it wasn't nothing like family. But even though he had kids before me, I mean, hey, that was his life. But just to say, one thing I never did, even though I was the only one of his kids that had his last name, but one thing I can honestly say, and they can rest assured is, I ain't never threw it in their face because I was the only one who had his name. I don't care. I didn't care about all that. They were still my sister and my brothers, and I still love them like my sisters and my sister and brothers. I mean, I wasn't one of those kids. I wasn't one of those kids that threw stuff in their face or threw shade on them, if anything like that. If anything, like even with my sister, we might not talk or get along with I ain't gonna say we don't get along, but we might not talk as much, but hey, after it's all said and done, she's still my sister. And rest assured, I ain't gonna let nobody mess with her. And that's on the real, for real. I get real. I will bring the heat. You mess with my sister, I might be a man of peace, but I will bring the heat. And then look, that's the bottom line. But anyway, as far as my brothers, it's 3 of us living now. 2 passed away. I had a brother who was a year older than me. He passed in 2008. Then my dad, I didn't want to get to that part yet, but I'm honest, well going to tell you in a way. My dad, if you heard the song Papa was a Rolling Stone. That described him to the T. And as Blowfly said, he'll say, Papa was a Rolling Stone. Now those baby mamas ain't gonna know what to do now that the end of the gone. I couldn't say the word, so I had to kind of dangle that a little bit, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
I'll let you hear me.
Y'all, look, if y'all got the sense God gave y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that word that starts with the M, and N, and the R. And it's a bad word.
Talk to me. Say something.
So I just didn't want to say that this morning. But in a way, he had kids, but hey, that was, you know what though? He the one had to be accountable for all that. So what can we say? But anyhow, but one thing I can say, he might have had kids, but at least we grew up knowing at least we knew each other. At least we knew who we were. At least we knew we were brothers and sisters. But that one brother, I mean, now that my two older brothers and my youngest brother, I thank God. I mean, thank God that they're here, and thank God that we all here, including my sister. Cause like I told both of my brothers, my older two brothers, our dad is gone to glory. We got each other now. We can't have no civil war. We got to unite. We Royce, we the sons and daughter of Royce. We got to come together. We got to start calling each other a little more. We just got to communicate a whole lot more. And we got to see each other a lot more too, because tomorrow's not promised to nobody, none of us. And whatever we got, like what if it's beef or ill feelings, animosity or whatnot, if it's something that you got that you holding back and you want to get it off your chest, do it. I mean, come on, there's nothing wrong with releasing pressure.
I'll let you hear me.
But I'm saying this right here. But I thank God, me, my brothers, and my sister really don't have no beef or animosity. We just don't talk like that, but we need to start doing better. Because like I told two of my brothers, all we got is each other right now. I mean, come on now. We call ourselves grown and got our own lives, but still we need each other in more ways than we ever know, because our dad is not here. Not physical, in spirit, yeah, but physical, no. And he don't want us to have no sibling wars, or he don't want us to not speak to each other, anything like that. I mean, hey, you got some families that do that, and they really don't care. And it's sad, but it's true. But I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people thought that when my dad had passed, it was gonna be some arguing, fussing, and cussing or whatever. No, we not like that. We acted on one accord, and that's how it's supposed to be. But I'm gonna be real with you. I know it's been 3 years, but it still gets to me every so often. You can. They say you got to get you'll never get over it. You just got to know how to cope with it. And then sometimes it's just too much for us to handle sometimes, and just got to we just got to release some pressure. That's why I say there's nothing wrong with releasing pressure. I mean, sometimes you can't hold back tears, but hey, we only human. I mean, if we didn't release no tears, we wouldn't be human. Yeah, excuse me. Sorry, y'all. I mean, I'm sorry, forgive me, but y'all already know. It's all good. I miss my dad true enough. I know life goes on and all that good sugar, honey, iced tea or whatever, but at the same time too, it still hurt. I don't care what, I don't care how I say it or put or whatnot. It still hurt. I mean, it doesn't, it's gonna always hurt your heart, but like I said, in time, it will get better. I ain't gonna say it'll get better, but I could cope with it a little better, I believe, but I don't think I'd ever be able to cope with, losing my father. Hey, I lost two brothers. I lost my oldest child's mama. I lost my ex-wife. I, I lost people that were close to me at one point, and it hurted like hell, especially my oldest child mama, and definitely my two brothers. But one death that really got to me was when I lost a couple of cousins. One of my cousins, I ain't gonna, a lot, losing family hurt, but one cousin in particular in 2005. It hurted real bad, but I don't know how I did it, but I still I'm surprised that I had the strength to sing at his funeral. It shocked, it shocked me too, but at the same time, I still couldn't believe that I still had the strength to sing at my cousin's funeral. But anyway, getting back to my dad, when he passed 3 years ago, a certain somebody I knew, and I don't speak to the ass today, excuse my expression, had the audacity to ask me, was I gonna sing at my father's funeral? Before you knew it, before I knew it, I before I knew it, I cursed her. Whatever came out of my mouth, it was pretty hard because I know I cursed that hell out real bad, knowing that I just lost my dad. I'm saying I couldn't. I already said years ago. If it's somebody that close to me, I cannot sing. I cannot sing because it'll ruin my concentration. And I would just be too hurt to do it. But like I said, when I sung at my cousin's funeral in 2005, I don't know how I had the strength to sing at his funeral, but I did because my heart was hurting real bad when I lost my cousin. I mean, this guy had seizures, so did I, so do I. I haven't had one in a pretty good while, but he had one. He had a heart attack and it killed him. That's something I still can't get over. Just like I can't get over my dad, but I will say, at least I had the time, at least I had the chance to really spend time with him and I had him cracking up and all that, telling him the wild stories at Kroger, the wild stories what I did at Kroger when I was at Kroger. Yeah, but I remember this was way before he passed. I remember I told him one time I had to clean the bathroom, and I said sometimes the women bathroom be nastier than the men's bathroom. I said that though sometimes the women bathroom be smelling like 9 yards of chitlins and onions and sardines on the side. Now you know that stink. And my dad, he laughed so hard. I think that really brought some joy in him. But I'm gonna say this too. I remember when I first started sporting the beret, right when I turned Well, let's put it like this. I can't remember when, but I know I was 50 when I first started sporting a beret. But the first time he saw me with a beret, my dad looked at me like, he asked me, was I in the Black Panthers? I said, no. He said, you one of them Assalamu Alaikum brothers? I said, no. He said, well, why you wear a beret? I said, because when I wear it, I make it look good. He said, okay. And, we both laughed about that. But, I told him I remember when I first started sporting, I remember I got on first time I got on the MARTA bus, and the bus driver was like, what's happening, fight the power? I don't been, like I said, I don't been called every militant name it was, Fight the Power, Black Panther, militant. Yep. But one name they never called me, and you know what though? And they let you know right there that I don't even say that. The NFAC, and I'm gonna ask y'all what the I'm gonna let y'all know. For those that don't know who the NFAC stands for,
Talk to me. Say something.
it stands for the Not Effing Around Coalition. They let you know right there. That's the upscale version of the Black Panthers. And I told my dad this was before he passed. I told my dad when they had Stone Mountain, Georgia, scared for real. They had and then they didn't know how to take the NFAC. Then you had our people. They ain't having about your trouble. I was like, y'all shut up. Y'all ain't nothing. I said, y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of butt sniffers. And yeah, y'all don't know. If y'all don't know, y'all don't even know what the reason why they got what they motives. They talk about how they started. I said, no, they here to help people like us. Power and equality. The same thing the Black Panthers did. They trying to do the same thing, except they they upscaled, like America upscaled everything. So do we. And that's on the real for real. We not leaders, we followers. We beautiful. We are somebody. And that's what I told my dad too. And he really thought I was part of the revolution when I started. Because I remember before he got sick and before he passed, he told me he remember I was radical before I started sporting the beret. That's when I went in the flat top, the red, black, and the green, the clock medallions. Of course, I had earrings and the Los Angeles Raiders cap and all that back in the day. Dad told me he remember when I used to go to those meetings back in the late 80s, close like early 90s. But I told him I stopped going too. I said it's not because I chose not to. I had other priorities to think about at that time. My oldest daughter was just born. So I had to stop being a radical. I stopped being a radical just because of what made me stop being radical. You already know my firstborn. And I never want her to see that side of me where I was with fist in the air and all that. Public Enemy, NWA, that mentality. I never wanted her to see that side of me when she was a child. And and I told my dad, there was a lot of stuff that I did what I never wanted to do in front of her. My dad told me, he said, "You a good one." He said, my dad told me, he used to tell me, I can do what I want to do as long as I pay the damn bills and put food on your table and clothes on your back and all that good stuff. See, That was the wrong way to say that though, for real. That shouldn't have been said. But like I said, in this day and time, you can't expose stuff to kids now. If I want kids to emulate, if I told my dad the only way I want kids to emulate me, if it for something good, not for something bad. I mean something good, like positive stuff, like what I'm doing now, talking jive, cause that's what I do, and I'm very very good at it. That's why I got this podcast now, because that's what I enjoy, the art of talking sugar honey iced tea.
Holla if you hear me.
Yeah, but y'all know I got a little emotional talking about my father. But hey, that's to be expected. But honestly, I do miss him. I love him, but he's always in my heart. So now, but like I said, it just kills me. A lot of people thought that I moved to North, that I moved from Georgia, to North Carolina because of my father's death. No, don't have nothing to do with that. But it did make me stronger, and it did push me to step out on faith. Because to be honest with you, if I felt, I'm just gonna say this: if my dad was here, I'll tell him this right now. If I felt like I couldn't step out on faith, or I felt that if this was a wrong move, I wouldn't have never took that step. I probably would have still been in Georgia, still being settled. But hey, and that was another. That was a sign right there. His death let me know that it was time for some changes in my life and for the greater good. So guess what? I did. And I stepped out on faith and I put God first and foremost, and that's what you're supposed to do. And the good part about it, everything that happened, they say everything that happened for a reason. No, that too, but everything happened right on, not when I wanted it, but right on time. Yeah, even I don't look at, I know I miss my dad, but his spirit and that lives within me, that lets you know right there, I'm not going to let it get the best of me. If anything, I'm going to keep on prevailing, and I'm going to keep on striving, and I'm going to stay humble and take every day one day at a time, because he don't want me to sit down and be depressed and look all like that and shit. If anything, he gonna want me to keep smiling, keep moving, and do what I do.
Talk to me. Say something.
Well, my session is up, but I want to thank everybody who took the time to view, check out, and watch the Carlos Stargell show. Now, if you couldn't catch it live, hey, you can always catch the replays, because that's what it's there for, because some people might not be able to catch it live, because I understand by the day being Sunday, a lot of people go to church, and there's nothing wrong with that. Look, say a special prayer for me as well. And those so-called tester liars and hypocrites and Bible toters and quoters, be charged to keep. That's for y'all when y'all be playing church. Y'all call y'allself moaning and stuff, especially after they break it down. They say, who gave his son my soul to save and fitted for the sky? I know y'all know that. But anyway, y'all, I want to thank everybody who took the time to view, check out, and watch the Carlos Stargell show. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please, If you find in your heart and feeling in the depths of your soul, please hit that like or the subscription bell. I sure would appreciate it. And also too, I also do live one-on-one video streaming on Zoom. Now, if y'all like or would like to go live one day or someday, get at me. You can hit me on Facebook, or you can, if you got my number, you can call or text. That's all I can do is ask. It's up to y'all. But again, I want to thank everybody, and I appreciate y'all for, and I really appreciate y'all, and I just want to let y'all know, and I'm sorry and I didn't want to get emotional, but hey, shit happens. I mean, like I said, I miss my dad and I love him, but hey, you know what though? Can't bring him back. Being sad about it won't bring him back, but I'll tell you one thing, he will forever be in my heart. But in a way, that's all the time we have left. But until the next time, God bless you. I love you. Y'all be good. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other. And by all means,
Please behave yourselves.
and stop the violence.
Increase the peace.
And again, thank y'all so much for taking the time to check out, view, tune in, and watch the Carlos Stargell Show with that bona fide G and certified true Carlos Stargell.
The last.
Because after they made me, broke the mold. So until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, peace. 2 fingers. I'm out of here like last year. Later when you're straight up.